After day one of the ESPN EXP Apex Legends Invitational here at X Games, TSM leads the way. Here to talk all about it is ImperialHal. Let's break down day number one. You guys are in first place right now. How did it feel up there?
It was kind of rough in the beginning. We had some zones that we weren't really used to at all, but we knew that we're going to have bad games, and we knew we can't win every game. So we kept our mental in check, and we play consistent.
Definitely other teams were getting the jump early on, but you guys really rallied in the second half. What was the communication like? What did you say during the break that really led to a strong second half for you guys?
I just kept telling them that we can't win every game, but we can play our best every game. We can't, like I said, we just can't win. So we just need to make sure we get top 5 every game and make sure we're just consistent, because if we start dropping above top 10, we're going to start dropping on the leaderboard. So it's all about consistency.
Now, you guys are a newly formed Apex team, at least in the grand scheme of things. You've been playing in the VR scene for a long time. I have seen you in games for a while. What's it like now being up on stage for Apex specifically with your current crew today?
It's just great. I've never played a 3-man battle royale, so it's brand new, and I think it's a great game mode. I think trios is the best to play. It's great.
Now, how are you feeling about the current meta as well for Apex? Do you think it kind of works with your play style?
Yeah, you can play any character you want. You just need to implement it correctly. That's all that matters. Our play style, we can adapt to anything. We can play passive, we can play aggressive. It just depends. We're that good of a team.
We saw
I love that confidence.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Pathfinder, we saw a lot of Wraith, we saw a lot of either Watson or Caustic in this one, a lot of Watson as well. So going into game 2, what will happen tonight? What will you talk about with your team? Will there be any practice at all? Will you take a mental break? What's going to happen tonight going into tomorrow? We're
going to be going over VODs, in the Twitch stream, and just seeing what we can improve on, the game, we had a bad first game, we can improve on. Obviously, we didn't win every game, so there's always something to fix.
Talked about the audio a little bit earlier. What else about being on that stage in front of the crowd here at X Games, the magnitude of US Bank Stadium? What were some things that you really weren't expecting as you were playing?
We weren't expecting the audio to be that great, so we can't hear as much, just like everybody else. So footsteps are really hard to hear, and you can kind of abuse that. You can walk behind teams because there's so much other stuff going on the outside and the casters. So it's you can use stuff to your advantage like that.
Some of the teams that impressed you as well in this game. It was like the Wild West in day number 1. All the predictions, you threw them out the window basically. There were a few teams to watch, but at the end of the day, a lot of teams had some strong showings here in day number 1. Who were some teams that really impressed you with their play?
I think Fnatic. I didn't really expect them to do that well, and because they were just a brand new team recently, so they're right behind us in second place. So I'm, and Tempo Storm too. They're all close to us, so they surprised me.
I would like to point out that earlier in our segments for ESPN Esports, I may or may not have called that I just had a really good gut feeling about TSM doing incredibly well. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
I got something.
I just want you to know that I have all the faith in you guys going forward.
Thank you.
So how has this experience been? We're still in preseason right now with Apex Legends. I know it's day number 1 going into day number 2, but just give us some top-line thoughts about this tournament overall and how happy you are that Apex Legends Esports is really on the rise.
It's a great feeling to play a game that is being successful and you're going with it, and we're doing great in the tournaments. So if we're being successful, then the game will be successful, and it just goes up from there. It's great.
ImperialHal joining us here, TSM in the lead after day 1. Thank you very much for your time.